Doing, sis? We're showing our people the true history that happened to our people. But it's in the Bible. It's not in the education system. They're going to say Africans sold Africans, right? And that's wrong. We're Israelites. We're different from them. Even walking down the street, you know there's a difference between us and Africans, right? They know there's a difference between us and Africans. Am I right, sis? Have you ever heard that before? Do you think you're African? No? What's your nationality? You don't know. Gwendolyn, what's yours? What's your nationality? James, what's your nationality? Say it again? You say black? You say Indian and black? You've been black, right? Black is the color of your hoodie. Black is not a nationality of people. We're trying to show our people, the so-called the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Check this sign out. Look, if you see your nationality anywhere on this sign, we are the Israelites. The same thing we're reading about in the book, it only happened to our people. Sis, come here. Look, check out this sign real quick, sis. Check out this sign. Look at this. Do you see your nationality anywhere? Some of us may be Native American. Some of us may be African or Jamaican or Haitian. What's your nationality, sis? Do you identify as an American black? That means you come from this tribe, the mighty tribe of Judah, of the nation of Israel. You've never been shown that. You've never been told that. But we're reading why we don't know this in the Bible. Do you understand the difference now? This ain't Christianity. We're not tap dancing and taking your money. Do you think your nationality matters, sis? Why? That's a good question, right? Why does, because think about it. We've been chanting black power for decades. But do other nations have to say Chinese power? Do they have to say Japan? No, because they have power. But since our power has been taken away from us, we got to go around telling people, I'm a man. I'm a black man. Because we don't know who we are. So we're trying to show you. We're trying to grab 2 minutes of your time to show you the most important information you've ever heard in your life. Read again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
Who did we serve for all those things? And when? We don't even own these stores today. Who do we serve? Ask yourself that. I'm asking you, who do we serve? Read again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So we're serving our enemies. Come on, hold on, sis. Tell me your name. Tell me your name. What's your name?
Dariana.
Say it again.
Dariana.
Ariana. That's a lovely name. Dariana. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So we're trying to show you your true nationality. You said it matters, but you're willing to walk away from the solution to fix our people. You young. How old are you? About 15, 16?
I'm 15.
15, right? You got bigger things to do in life, right? But guess what? The path that our people are going down is going to lead you to nowhere. The only path that we need to do is follow God. Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of the way of the Lord. You walk by the men of the Lord for a reason. Why would you leave that? You not even learn this information in school. What grade is 15? Sophomore, junior? You're a freshman? They're not teaching you this in our education system. So you got men, older brothers around you, some older brothers trying to show you how important you are to God. This world will call you a video vixen. This world will call you another statistic. This world will call you another baby mama. You probably got friends with kids already. You understand? But we're trying to lead you away from that path with the word of God. Bear with us for 2 minutes, sis. I see you keep trying to creep away. We're trying to show you what God requires out of our people. These brothers here is humble down. They listen. They learn it. We're trying to do the same for you. Read.
Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
You don't even know you was going to cross the prophets today. But the Lord said, I'm going to bring you by these men and they're going to show you who you are. That's a powerful thing upon this earth. We must show our people why we've been broken, why we've been destroyed, and how to get out of this. You follow? Go back to Ecclesiastes 7:7, because this is what we're doing. We're trying to show you the truth, that we're upset with the way our people are living, and we need to change. You should be doing better for yourself, sis. Brothers, did y'all know that? We're supposed to be in a better condition, but we're in the worst end of society. Look at this. Trash everywhere, violence in our streets, drugs being sold, and we're okay with this? No, we're upset and we're mad. And you should be too. You shouldn't accept the thing. You're gonna go back, look at TikTok, and forget everything you heard. Don't do that. Take the information that we're sharing and read and look it up and research. We have a TikTok, IUIC Tulsa TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, right? Look it up, watch videos. What these brothers in the purple talking about? What they talking about? Read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
What is oppression? What is oppression? Y'all may not have experienced it fully, but the older generation, older than us, they know what oppression is. 50s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. They've seen racism at a higher, when it's right in your face. They've seen it. But us as a younger generation, we may not directly see it as they have. But we're still being oppressed. Sis, did you know us having drugs running through our rampant through our communities? That's oppression. Liquor stores on every corner, weed stores on every corner, that's oppression. Not being able to buy from your own people, that's a form of oppression. We have to go to them in want of all things. You finish that oppression?
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
But these holidays, what holiday is coming up? In October, at the end of October. Halloween. I bet you about to celebrate Halloween, right? Our oppressors gave us that to do what?
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
It destroys our heart. We think this holiday's for us. We think we good. Hey, well, you know, I'm living on welfare. You know, I'm living Section 8 right now. But hey, that's cool. I'm about to ball out with my next check on a Halloween costume that has nothing to do with me or my people. And it's gonna destroy your heart. It's gonna put you back to sleep in this world. You're gonna get distracted, whether it be Thanksgiving coming up, whether it be 4th of July, whether it be your birthday, your mammy's birthday. We're destroyed by these gifts over and over again. But we're trying to wake you up. We're trying to wake you up. We're trying to wake all of you young people up. You are gonna be the future of our people. What does it look like if you walk around here smoking weed? You over here twerking on videos. Our people over here selling drugs to each other. We're gonna continue to be a destroyed people. We are trying to wake our people up. Read. 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
And in want of all things, the education. The only history you know about our people is what we've been shown in the education system, right? Did you know that we are the Israelites? No. Did you know we were royalty upon this earth? No. Did you know there's a dietary code? There's the dietary law. We're not supposed to be eating pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. We're supposed to hold ourselves to a higher state. Did y'all know that? That it's a sin to shoot our brothers down in the streets. Read.
And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
What would happen to the Israelites?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
What would happen to the so-called blacks here in America?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who did that happen to upon this earth? We're reading about our people's history in the Bible. Do y'all fully understand what we're trying to convey now? We're not showing you a religion. We're not showing you what we think. We're showing you God's prophecy, what would happen to a specific group of people. We are that specific group of people. We are the greatest people God ever created upon this earth. But since we disobeyed his commandments, he put us through slavery. Some of y'all are children. Some of you may have children. What would happen if you disobey your parents? They're gonna punish you, right? Slavery is a punishment by God.
That's right.
You understand? Isaiah 65:15. You finished that? You finished that already? Good. Isaiah 65:15. Do you have any thoughts or questions now? You're thinking your mind should be running. How can these brothers go through the Bible and show us who I am? Show us who we are? How can they do that? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Do you think it matters? Our nationality matters? I'm gonna ask James Winland. Dariana? Close. What's your name, bro? Joe, nice to meet you, Joe. Do you know why does our nationality matters? Because we've been destroyed from it. Jeremiah 17:4 real quick. Discontinue. We've been destroyed, so now we don't even consider it. And then Isaiah 1:3.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself,
And Dariana, and Gwendolyn, and James, and Joe, and what?
and thou, even thyself,
Even ourselves, what?
shall discontinue,
Shall do what?
discontinue from thine heritage.
What does it mean to discontinue from something? To stop doing it. We've stopped doing our what?
Shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
That God gave us. God gave us our names. God gave us our heritage. He gave us our culture. He gave us the laws, statutes, and commandments. But now we're following Christmas. We're following 4th of July. We're following Halloween. We're following Easter. We're doing everything else contrary to God because we've been discontinued. Do y'all see that? Was that it?
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
And what?
Thine enemies.
What did we just read about? What happened to us?
In the land which thou knowest not.
We didn't know this land. Read.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
By disobeying his commandments. So we're trying to show you why we went into slavery, why we got trashed through all of our communities, why we got the highest abortion rate, why we're going through black on black violence. It's because we disobeyed and kindled an anger in God. So how do we get that? How do we get back to the love of God? Because we're not in the love of God right now. Look at our communities. How do we get back? By keeping his commandments. By keeping, give me that Deuteronomy 10, what I asked for first.
1 John, Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
But we, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, but we, what?
But Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider.
God's people. We, as the Israelites, we don't even consider that we're God's chosen people. We don't even consider it. So this is how we get back to the love of God. Read.
1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
For this is the love of God. How do you love God, Dariana? How do you love God, James? How do you love God, Joe? Can you give him a hug? Can you write him a letter, an email? No? James says no. What do you think? By praying to him? Okay. What do you think, Joe? By praying, what else? What else? Is that all we can do to show God our love is to pray?
Going to church every Sunday.
You think, okay, so you said going to church every Sunday. Dariana, what do you think? How do we show God love? By going to church. Okay, Joe, stick with me. Joe, stick with me. Stay with me. I need you to hear the answer, though. I don't need you to hear my own voice. Check out the answer. What day does God tell us to worship him on? Why? Why do you say Sunday? Think about it.
Every Monday.
I'm going to show you the Lord's Sabbath. Give me that, the Lord's Sabbath.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day.
But which day?
But the seventh day.
What is the seventh day of the week? Saturday. Saturday. So why do we say Sunday? Because we've been taught lies. We've been misled. Why do we think Sunday? The Bible just said the seventh day of the week, Dariana. So what day of the week should we be worshiping God? How do we do it now? That's a question. That's the thought. We've been misled the whole time. We thought Sunday was the day of God. We thought that. So now how do we do it? What do we need to do now? Worship God when? On Saturday. How? Finish that out.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
The seventh day. Today is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth.
So it says in 6 days the Lord made the heaven and earth. We should not work therein. What else shouldn't we do on the Lord's Sabbath? We're realizing today that Saturday is the Lord's Sabbath. What should not we do? We shouldn't be buying and selling. I bet you never heard of that either, right? We're not supposed to be cooking. We're not supposed to be working. Joe, last time, read.
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31.
So we're reading the laws of God. Why? Because our people were given the laws of God. Therefore, we have to stop breaking them. We, as a nation of people, have to stop breaking God's laws. We're going to show you how to stop breaking God's laws. Check this out. Read this.
And if the people of the land bring ware of any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
To do what?
On the Sabbath day to sell.
On the Sabbath day to do what?
To sell. That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
So we're not supposed to do what?
Buy it of them on the Sabbath.
We're not supposed to do what on the Lord's Sabbath day? What did the Bible just say?
We ain't supposed to do nothing but
What the Bible just say? Read it again.
And if the people of the land bring ware of any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell.
To do what?
To sell. That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath.
What are we not supposed to do on the Lord's Sabbath?
Go to the store.
Not to do what? Not to sell or what?
Buy it.
Or buy it. So we should not be buying or selling on the Lord's Sabbath.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream Black Power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.